Hello, leaders! I am so excited to be here with you tonight. I've changed my setting a little bit here today so there's no bright ass light shining right in my face and you guys can't see me. Plus, I lit my awesome smelling candle. It is sweet apple. This is my new ritual that I have added to my evening lives and also to my master classes. It just kind of brings in the vibe, grounds you down, just the flickering of the light. It's really great. Anyway, so let me know if you can hear me, if you're jumping on, say hi. Love to see that you're here. And if you're watching the replay, let me know too. So today's master class is all about that funnels and ads are not going to make you rich, but this can. So what is this thing that we're going to be talking about today? Well, we're kind of going to break down the untruths about what it really takes to become a successful entrepreneur, a successful thought leader, because as coaches, we are here to train others, guide them, ask the questions, ask them the hard questions so our clients can see their path, see the way that they want to go, right? So that's what we're going to talk about today. All right, so we're going to talk about how it takes more than just funnels and ads. It takes more. There's something behind that really propels you, keeps you going. Instead of going down, up and down in like a roller coaster, you're going to be propelling up. Okay? So here we go. I'm going to start off by telling you guys a story. And this happened in 2017. Okay? I am divorced and remarried recently. And my ex-husband would not talk to me. He would not speak to me. And we've been divorced for many years now. And we were planning, my new husband and I were planning to take the kids that we have together, like all of our children, they're all my kids. We were planning to take them to Disneyland. And, well, for us to do so, you have to get the permission of the other biological parent to take your child out of the country, right? Well, here I am. It's August of 2017. We want to buy the tickets because we were buying the tickets and putting them in big boxes and boxes and boxes and giving it to the kids for Christmas, So here we are. And I'm calling my ex-husband and he just won't answer. And I've been calling him every single day and texting him for about a week straight, and he just would not answer me at all, like nothing. And so I'm like, well, what the heck am I going to do? So I figured, well, the only thing I haven't tried is to go and meditate on this. I need to go and use the forces of the universe. So I went and I sat down. And I envisioned him signing the documents that I needed. I envisioned him answering the phone. I also envisioned sitting in the airplane beside my son, and we're just backing up. We're just taxiing. We're backing up, just starting to taxi. So those are the things that I envisioned. And I could feel it. I could see it. I went right in. So as soon as I got out of my meditation, and I didn't do this for very long, I hopped immediately on my phone, grabbed it, and I called my ex-husband, and he answered. And my question to him was, if I went and I purchased a passport for our son, would you sign the appropriate documents for us to take the kids to Disneyland? And he goes, yeah, no problem. Go right ahead. I'm like, great, I'll start the process today. And so I went and I got the picture taken. Of course, now I had to come up with something and something to tell my son. Why are we taking passport pictures? You know, that's a story for another day. Anyway, but yeah, so I used the power of the universe. I put myself in a different state. I put myself into the state of having it, in the state of receiving it. I was ready to receive it, and I got it. And I actually also have a picture of my son looking back at me while I'm taking a picture of him sitting by the window, and we were just about to start taxiing. And it's just crazy. So after I took that picture, and when we got home, and you know, from my trip and everything else, and I printed pictures out and stuff, and I was looking at it and I'm like, holy crap, this was my vision. This was exactly what I had envisioned. This is what I did when I was using the laws of attraction, when I was using manifestation to get what I want, when I was telling the universe, this is exactly what I want right there. And the reason why I'm telling you the story, you know, guys are probably thinking, why the heck, I don't care if she, you know, what she did. How is this supposed to help me in my business, right? Well, the thing is this, the principle to success are exactly the same, okay? You have to put yourself into the state of having it. And then when the opportunity comes to you, all you have to do is just step through the door and take it. That's it. Walk through the door. Okay? I actually was at a point, I do remember when I was at a point where when I was meditating on a daily basis, this was like two years ago. I was meditating on a daily, and I was building this, I felt like I had like this force field around me. It's like crazy, absolutely crazy. Nothing could touch me, you know? And I lost my thought. Okay, it's coming back to me. It's gonna come back. Okay, so I was meditating on a daily, and then when things started to really, really pick up and show up for me in my life and my business, I freaked out. I froze. I was terrified of the powers that I had. Absolutely terrified. Are we all scared from time to time? Do we all feel like, oh God, I have to do this? Oh, please, someone, like, just, oh, shoot me. Not really, literally. But you know, we all have that. We all go through that time, and it happens to all of us. We all have that. We all need discipline to get to where we want to be. And yeah, discipline doesn't sound sexy, you know, but that's what it takes. It takes discipline to actually not just go ahead and, you know, journal or script, or, you know, once every 2 weeks, or, you know, if you want something really badly just for that time. No, you have to do this every single day, even maybe multiple times a day. Okay, and you have to feel it. You have to put yourself into that state. You have to really feel it, guys. Okay, so this means getting consistently into this state of having it, and the opportunities, the universe will line everything up for you. Doors will just open like crazy. The funnels will start to work. Okay, people are going to be reaching out to you to collaborate. Okay, everything, you got to understand this, everything that you already want has already happened. It is already there. It is within your reach. It is in your vibration. All you have to do, your job, is to get into that vibration and stay there. We don't, you know, that's what it takes. It's hard work when you're starting out. Okay, I didn't understand this when I started my entrepreneurial journey. It's like, why are they babbling the whole time about getting into the states and this vibration and acting as if like I'm gonna look like a completely, you know, insane person? Oh my God. But I get it now. I get it. That's what it takes. You have to get into that state. Okay? Everything already exists that you want. All you have to do is get into the vibration and stay there. So wealth, health, abundance, okay, weight loss. Just think about weight loss. It takes discipline to not put a bag of chips in your mouth every single night, okay? To just eat fast food. Okay, it takes discipline to start exercising and continue to exercise every single day. What happens usually in the first 2 weeks of January, everyone has this goal that they set, but then they all lose the discipline and the interest in their goal. It's all right. And kind of goes out the window, and they continue to pay for a gym membership when they're not even doing the work. So they're losing in both ways. It takes discipline to get to where you want to be. So happiness, wealth, and love, those are the effects of being in the state of vibration, being in the state of having. So if you get yourself into that state, if you're coming from a state of love, from a state of happiness, if you're choosing to have those thoughts, if you're choosing to have those statements, if you're choosing to be positive, okay, it will come to you. Okay, so this brings me to the next thing. I'm just gonna take a sip of water here, pardon me. Just gotta reach down. All right. Let me know if this makes sense to you. Okay, so let me know if this makes sense to you. So here we go. This brings me to the next thing. Okay? And it is all about the power of 2 little words. I am. Whatever you say after I am, you become. You believe. Your brain, your body adapts to what you say afterwards. If you think it, if you say it, it happens, it happens, that, therefore it is. Like it's, you know, in the Bible where it says, I am the Word, in the beginning there was the God and Word, and it says I am. Well, this is it. This is what it means. The I am possesses the most incredible life-altering powers. So the words I am, this is what I just heard this recently, so I really wanted to share this. The words I am are yours, and yours alone. No one else can say those for you. Just think about that. Just think about that. When you speak and act from a place of love and positivity, and you repeat the statements, I am statements to yourself. I am powerful. I am strong. I am wealthy. I am an amazing leader. Okay? I'm a rock star salesperson. All right? Those things with repetition will build your confidence. They will build your confidence, and they will build your self-image. There's a lot of people nowadays that hide behind the internet, and whatever you say, especially since you are creating an online business, whatever you post out there, it's going to be there forever. Okay, so if you post something negative, if you post something political, and someone else comes on there and starts just ripping you a new one, and you're going back and forth like that, just know that what you are saying, how you're responding, everyone can have their own opinion, that's fine. Just know this though, whatever you're saying, others can see. You are building and you are projecting an image image of your business, this nastiness may come out of you, which, you know, I've heard a lot about things like that happening, you know. But as coaches, as healers, as consultants, we are here to uplift people, to coach them, to teach them, to show them the way, to ask questions, you know, like I said in the beginning, right? That's what we're here to do. So do you want that negativity, that nastiness be associated with your brand, with you? So I encourage you, this is my challenge to you, for the next 21 days, I encourage you to speak and act from a place of love and positivity. If you have anything negative on your page anywhere, on your personal page, your business page, anywhere, take it down. Take it down, keep it down. Okay? So this brings me to the next thing. Okay? This brings me to the next thing. So this negativity, how many times do you speak negative about yourself? To others? To yourself? Do you think it? No? How many times? You won't walk up to your best friend and start, you know, ripping them one, you know. So why do you do that to yourself? We do that to ourselves so often without even realizing. So I want you to really, really, if you are going to take this challenge and speak and act from a place of love and positivity, to really pay attention to how you are also thinking about yourself. Okay? Because this right here, I'm going to read you a couple things. I've read this book many times. It is this one right here. Ask and it is given. It is Learning to Manifest Your Desires, and it is from Jerry and Esther Hicks, or Abraham Hicks if you haven't heard of her. She's on YouTube a lot. She helped me out to really, really get into starting to meditate. And this wasn't with like closing your eyes and listening to her first. It was just putting it on while I'm driving and listening to it. Like, what is vibing with me, you know? And I was starting to get into that state. So now it's my habit. It is my habit that I have created that whenever I drive, I listen to Abraham Hicks Rampages. And I also listen to I am statements. And those I am statements, I am repeating. I am reprogramming, I am continuously working, because it is a practice. That's why it's called a practice. You have to continuously work on it. Because in life, in business, and in life with anything, once you get past one hurdle, there's going to be another one for you to get over, right? So here's the thing that I wanted to read you. This is Esther, I'm going to call her Abraham Hicks lists several things really, really nicely at the end of the book here, where she gives a lot of processes that you can use to help you manifest your desire. Anything and everything you really want. So this is what I wanted to kind of like, I was reading through it today because I wanted to really bring this up to you. So just listen to this for a second, okay? So this is about speaking negatively or thinking negatively, and how what you say, the universe hears it and interprets it, okay? So you may say, I want a new car. But what the universe is hearing is, I am not happy with my current car. I feel embarrassed in my current car. I feel disappointed that I don't have a better car. I feel jealous that my neighbor has a much better car. I feel angry that I cannot afford a better car. Do you see that just that one little tiny sentence that you gave turned it into all of these feelings of just negative feelings? Oh my God. Okay? Here's another one about body image. You may say, I want to be well, but what the universe is hearing is, I'm worried about my body. I'm disappointed with myself. I'm worried about my health. I'm afraid that I will have a bad experience like my mother had. I'm angry that I didn't take better care of myself. I'm going to read you one more. You may say, I want to find another job, but what the universe is hearing is, I'm angry because my employer doesn't see my value. I feel bored. I feel unhappy with my current salary. I'm frustrated I cannot make them understand. I'm overwhelmed with too much to do. Here's a little blip that I want to read you from the book. Okay? So take this in. There is nothing that you or anyone else has ever wanted that exists for any other reason than you think you will feel better in the achieving of it. Once you consciously identify your current state of emotion, it becomes easier for you to understand whether you are choosing thoughts that move you closer to your desired destination or further from your desired destination. If you will make the improved feeling or emotion be your real destination, then anything and everything that you want will quickly follow. Yeah. Mic drop. If you will make the improved feeling or emotion be your real destination, then anything and everything that you want will quickly follow. Failure and success are merely the result of your habits. Okay? So with that last statement there that we just read out of Ask and It Is Given, that you need to look for that feeling or your emotion. You have to make that your destination. Here's a story I'm going to tell you. This actually just happened to me this month. Hang on to your knickers. Okay. So I joined this magic manifestation Facebook group. Okay. You have to pay to get in. You have access to several coaches. It's all about creating magic in your life, whatever you desire, right? So here I am, I joined a week before it started, and you got access to the group on October 1st. So here's October 1st, I wake up and I'm thinking to myself, yes, this is going to be a magical month. Oh my God. So much is going to happen because I joined this group. It's really going to help me. And I made this all about this group. So while I'm getting ready to go to work, on my way into the car, I almost poked my eye out with the straw of my drinking cup. There were so many things that were going wrong, but my mood did not change. The one thing did happen though. We had to set a goal in the group. Right? So what was our goal for the rest of that week? Because October 1st, I think, was on a Thursday. So what was the goal for the rest of that week? Well, mine was to show up on Instagram more. So here we are. The day's going by, and it was a crazy day. Just out of the blue, it was extremely busy just everywhere I went, and a lot of things were not going my way. I was literally almost hurting myself everywhere I turned. So, at the end of the day, after I get home and I'm getting really down on myself, I was being so hard on myself that I did not stay on target with my own goal to show up on Instagram just once that day. So I was so hard on myself that I felt like crying. I absolutely felt like crying. And right after dinner, I looked at my husband and I just went, you know what? I'm gonna go take a shower. So I went and I blasted some of my favorite songs and I got myself into a state of feeling better, of feeling great. And the next morning when I woke up, I had several requests of you ladies that are in a group now to come and join my group. And things just kind of picked up from there. About 3 days later, I went to a training course on like safety and a safety committee because I'm a co-chair there. And before that, I had cleaned out my mechanical room and I was giving away all the things that I don't need. And I have been determined to give it to a women's shelter because when I was in one, I really appreciated every little tiny thing that I got. It was such a help. So I was determined to give everything to a women's shelter. So I know how hard it is. So here I am. I've got my car packed. The back seat of my car is just stacked right up to the ceiling. My trunk is full. Okay, I have clothes in there and games that the kids don't use anymore. They're for younger children. And like Christmas decorations and all this stuff. Okay, that's still not being used, but you know, can bring joy to someone else. So I figured, you know what, I'm gonna go and drop this off at one of the shelters. So I started looking up different shelters online in the city here in Winnipeg, and it says, well, you have to start calling them first and see what they will accept. What do they actually need right now? I'm like, well, I don't have time for this. I just got a puppy. But I'm not giving this stuff away just to anyone. I want to give it to a women's shelter. So I was determined. I'm like, no, I don't care. I am not doing this that way. I refuse to. And I am giving it to a women's shelter. I was determined to drive around with all that stuff in my car for 3 weeks or as long as I needed to. So the next day I get to my training. And lo and behold, there is 4 other women in there. And guess where they're all from? They all work in an Indigenous Women's Healing Center. I just couldn't believe it. So one of them was the manager, and I asked her if she is accepting any donations. So she was like, well, you know, kind of give me a rundown and everything. I'm like, you know, like my car's packed. Like after the course today, you'll just come check it out and take as much as you want. If there's anything you don't want, just leave it behind. It's fine. I understand. You know, COVID and everything, right? She cleaned me out. She completely cleaned me out. The next day, once I got to the office, I mentioned to my manager that she also needed someone to look after her buildings. After all, the buildings where all the women are living in, are staying in with their children. And here we are. We've got a contract now to look after all her buildings. So do you see? Like, I was determined. I knew what I wanted. I knew who I wanted to give it to. And then I didn't know how it was going to happen. I didn't know how. And that's for us not to know. It's okay. It's going to come in a different way. The universe just lined everything right up for me. Okay? Everything lined up for me. So during the challenge that I was running last week with you guys, I noticed that I was really falling off the wagon of staying on top of my finding that state of feeling good. You know, and I'm sharing this with you guys because I got back on it. That's what it takes. You have to get back on it. Don't wait. Jump on it. Don't wait. The longer you wait, the more damage you're causing. Okay? Get into that state of feeling good, of that vibration. Get on that floaty, and it doesn't matter. You don't need to know how you're going to get there. You just need to know how to feel. So, this story here that I'm telling you, everything that had happened to me, that when I came home that day and I felt like crying because I didn't hit my one goal that day, or that story, or the story of when I didn't know how I was going to get it to a women's shelter, get all the stuff there. The point of those two stories is, the pattern is that I got myself to a state of feeling good every single time. I wasn't feeling frustrated when I saw that I had to go and call all these women's shelters to see if anyone was going to take it. No, I just went, yeah, that's not happening. And I just threw my phone over. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. I don't need to know how it's going to happen. I know it's going to happen, and that's it. And I just knew it was happening. And that's what it's all about, getting into that feeling and knowing that the universe is there to serve us. Life is not happening to us, it is happening for us. So whatever thoughts you are having, okay, right now is going to be reflected in your life coming up. So what you're experiencing right now are previous thoughts. So if you want to change your reality tomorrow, you have to start thinking different thoughts, different feelings, okay? So one of the things that I have been absolutely refusing to do for the longest time now, and my husband thinks I'm nuts, I refuse to watch the news. There is so much negativity on there. Like, I don't need this. Like, I seriously do not need to know all the negative crap that's out there. I need to worry about feeling good and being a good person and projecting that out into the world and helping others. That's what I need to focus on. That's how I see it. So I urge you to, if you haven't, disconnect. The world is not going to go down if you're not going to go and watch the news and be depressed about it now, especially nowadays with COVID. Everyone's reacting to it differently. Can you imagine the stress level? Oh my God. Take your mind off the world. Disconnect. Take your mind off the world that's going in there. And I urge you to begin to explore the depths, the insides of your consciousness. These are the most satisfying. I love spending time with myself. I love spending time getting to know me, the inner me. It is satisfying to me. It builds this wall around me of like stability and assurance. I just know who I am. I know who I am because I'm spending the time. I'm working on it. Okay, so these are the keys. When you spend time, when you begin to explore the depths, the inside of your consciousness, that is the key to achieving your potential. Okay, so let's get back to the I am statements. So to get into a state of feeling good, just think about when just before you have an emotion, you have a thought, right? Just think about that. Before you have an emotion, you have a thought. So your thought leads, the emotion follows. So if you're going to lead with a positive thought, the positive emotion is going to follow. So I want you to get into the state of feeling good. I am powerful. I'm a leader. I'm a rockstar salesperson. I am strong, right? And get yourself into the state of feeling good. Every single day. Every single day. That's what it means to be successful. When you're looking at like Jim Carrey and there's multiple other stars, you know what they did? They created a vision board. That's what they did. They wrote themselves a big fat check. They drove in the neighborhoods they wanted to live in, on the mansions they wanted to be in. Wait, pardon me. Ooh. That's what they did. They used props. And that's something you can do as well. If you need props to get yourself into the state. Let's say if you want to travel to Hawaii and you can use props. Turn on some Hawaiian music, make a playlist, turn on some Hawaiian music, get into a bikini, get those necklaces, sorry, I don't know what they're called. Those necklaces with flowers. Get that, wrap that around yourself, get a nice big beach hat and dance to the music, honey. Okay, dance to the music. Life is not happening to you, it is happening for you. You can decide how it's going to happen for you by choosing your thoughts, by choosing your words wisely, and then having them show up in your life. That's what's going to make your funnels, make your ads, make your clients come to you, by being a consistent light, staying in the same spot, by not moving up and down that beach looking for them, by staying in the same spot and let them come to you. That's it for today, ladies. I hope you enjoyed this masterclass. I absolutely love self-development. Love it, love it, love it, love it. And the mindset, or our mind, it is so powerful. It is there for us to use. And as humans, we don't even use all of it. Can you imagine? Jesus Christ. Things we could do. Absolutely insane. So, use your words wisely. And use your thoughts wisely. Start with the I am statements. Start listening to Abraham Hicks. And watch the things change in your life to what you want them to be. Let me know what you thought of this masterclass. Sending you lots of love. If you want any help with any of this, just make sure to reach out. Mindset is part of my new program that I'm working on. So I am looking for 5 women who are willing to test out this program. So you're going to be giving me feedback in real time, the things that you implement, see what is working for you and what isn't. And that is how I'm going to build my signature program with your help. And this comes at a very discounted rate. So don't wait, don't hesitate, reach out to me so we can jump on a call, and I'll ask you several questions to see if this would be perfect for you or not. And that's it, just reach out. Sending you lots of love. Ciao.